Hi, my name's Michael Woods. I'm 63 years old and currently work as a community psychiatric nurse. I specialise in dementia and I support 29 care homes in the southwest of Lincolnshire. I live on the edge of Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, and I travel into work every day. My church life is based around St Thomas's in Somercotes, which is just in Derbyshire. I have been until very recently church warden, and very heavily in supporting our priest and the congregation in quite a poor area.
And I know you mentioned your commute and also the work that you do. What does your everyday life look like, Michael?
My day starts very early. I usually leave the house by 6:30. I use the time, particularly driving through part of Sherwood Forest. It's my prayer time. It's time where the roads are very quiet. I can't go very fast because the roads are not made for that. And I use that to think about people that I've seen, people that are ill, think about myself, where I see myself, and talk to God and ask, all sorts of searching questions. Don't get any answers, but I feel that that for me is my sort of prayer time, and I can then get on with my day. It's not my only time. Obviously, when I'm in church or sometimes when I'm just sitting at home, I spend time reflecting on things and then praying about them and seeing if we can come to some sort of conclusions.
It's clear to me that your faith is sort of woven into your life. What do you feel the impact is of your faith on your everyday life?
I think it shines through in my work particularly. I try to be the same every day, and people always comment on how calm, how collective, how jolly I am. And I try to take that into all the care homes that I go into, because the people that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis are quite poorly people. Some are coming towards the end of their lives. And if I can just bring a little ray of sunshine into their lives, I try that. I try to do that. In work as well, I'm probably the most senior nurse in the team, and people come to me for advice, for help, and they know that they will get a response. I try and listen to what people have got to say. Sometimes you get talked over all the time, particularly by senior management. So I try and listen to what people have to say, and I think people engage better when you do that. And certainly from my point of view, I get a lot out of it because I think my faith comes through then, and people see that. I mean, I don't go around Bible bashing, but people know that I'm honest and I'm fair and kind and I'm non-judgmental. So we can sit and have conversations about a whole range of things. Might be something personal, maybe something to do with work, and usually we can come up with a solution. And that happens on a regular basis.
And how does your church help support you in your everyday faith?
Church is very important. We are an Anglo-Catholic parish, so the sacraments are centre to all that we do. I am blessed with a wonderful parish priest who has supported and nurtured and pushed me towards looking at my reader training, which although at the moment that has taken a back seat because it was much more intense than I'd anticipated, trying to do it alongside work. But having said that, that hasn't stopped us from working out what I can do. So I still lead worship. I lead intercessions, I read, I visit. So I do a whole range of things in the parish. I am a keen baker. We have a coffee morning every month, which is a really good way of communicating with the community. And they come in their droves, and I make jams and chutneys, and I bake, and a lot, as a lot of the other people do in the church. And it's a really good community effort. And again, I spend time talking to people and listening to what they have to say, and trying to share some of my faith with them. And again, not pushing it down their throats, but just saying, have you thought about bringing your child to Sunday school? What about coming to the Wednesday morning service? Then we have a sort of natter group afterwards where you can just sit and have a chat. You don't have to be involved, but you can just come along. So yeah, there are lots of things that the congregation are very supportive as well, and the PCC, a member I am as well. So I get a lot of support from the parish, and they're really keen for me to do whatever I can to support the church, both locally and more of diocese level.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing your everyday faith story.